Shalom, shalom. This week's Parsha is Parshat Va'eira. And in it is something that has empowered me the last few years and been a source of strength, and I want to share it with the rest of you. So let's do a quick little recap here, what's going on, okay? Moshe was chosen on the mountain by the burning bush. God had told him he has a mission. He is to be the leader of the Israelites, and he has to take them out of Mitzrayim. He's got to approach Pharaoh and take them out. Now, Moshe does this. He didn't want to, very reluctantly, and God said, okay, Aaron will be your mouthpiece. They first go the first time to Pharaoh to tell Pharaoh what's going on and that they have to take the people out. And Pharaoh said, who's this God that I have to listen to? He's incensed. He increases the burdens of the nation. And now the people who had once, when Moshe first approached them, been full of hope and believed him, they can't hear him anymore. They can't hear anymore. Moshe's worst fear has been realized. Pharaoh's not listening to them. Now the people aren't listening. And he just probably wants to give up. And God wants him to go back to Pharaoh. And God says to him, Bo el Paro, come to Pharaoh. Now this word bo is very strange because usually you'd say lech to Pharaoh, go to Pharaoh, and it's not the word that is written or chosen. God says bo. Why does God say bo el Paro? So we got to go back really to the Parsha before in Shemot when God speaks to Moshe. And Moshe did not want to be the man for the job. And he says to God, Mi anochi, who am I to go to Pharaoh and to take the people out of Egypt? And God says to him, not what you would think. Go, you're intelligent, you're strong, you're smart, you can do it, and any sort of words of personal encouragement. When he's asking, who am I? God doesn't answer the who am I. You know what God says to him? He says, because I will be with you. That's what he says. And I think that the reason why God doesn't tell Moshe who he is, and he says, I will be with you, is two reasons. First of all, Moshe, it doesn't matter who you think you are. I'm giving you a mission. You have to do it. But second of all, because I will be with you is in part an answer to who am I, Anochi. When we want to know, when we are searching deep inside of us and trying to say, well, who am I? Who am I to do this? Who am I to do that? And we're really analyzing ourselves and whether, we can do the thing that we feel or we know that we're sent to do. God is saying, I am with you. That's what God is saying, because God is with all of us. We know that's how we were created. We were infused with a breath of life. Our neshama, our soul, the thing that empowers us, our battery, is God within us. That is a thing that is our life source, and that is our power. And to access that power, and when we have a mission, when we have something we have to do, and a lot of us instinctively know what that is, we feel connected to really what our purpose is, but we think, well, who am I to do that? Nobody knows who I am. I'm not well spoken. I'm not this. I'm not that. Whatever the excuses might be, but we don't think they're excuses. We think that we're being realistic. We can't do this because this, that, and the other thing. And there are things that need to be done desperately and that are so important. And we feel connected to that. And the reason why we feel connected is because it's our mission. We're sent from God. And so therefore, when Moshe asks, who am I? God says, because I'll be with you. It doesn't matter what you think of yourself. You have the power of God, especially here, God speaking to Moshe. Go. So when he goes and he really thinks that it's being confirmed that he can't do this, God is saying, no, remember, I am with you and it will be a successful mission. You will succeed. And for all of us, it's not just because Moshe was on the highest level and God was speaking to him that he was saying, come, we will do this together. This is a message for all people, and that's why it's in the Torah. When we have something to do that is crucial, that important things are at stake, and we say that we're just not the one to do it for whatever reason, if you're seeing it, if you're hearing it, if you're put in that position and you're feeling really connected and you want somebody to do something, you're frustrated because nobody's doing it, it's because you need to step up to the plate. You have the power of God within you. We all do. You can succeed. And you just have to access that. Go with God and do the best you can. And God willing, God will make you successful when something has to be done. Look, sometimes we're looking for confirmation bias, and we'll try something, we'll say, you see, well, I tried, and you see, I wasn't successful, so God doesn't want me to. No. What God's telling you in this story, Moshe went at the first time to Pharaoh. He didn't succeed at first either. And it wasn't because God wasn't with him. That's not the reason. God was with him. And that's why he says, come, we're going back. So not always when you're doing the right thing will you be successful at the first moment. Don't look at that as a sign whether you're being successful or not. Look at it, are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the right thing? Are you feeling called because something important is at stake here? And if you first don't succeed, go. God is with you. Keep trucking away. God willing, you will be successful in the end. Shabbat shalom.